Hi guys, so welcome to the GD review. First of all, I hope everyone's feeling okay today. What I'm going to be doing today in this video is maintenance on my PowerEdge R720 server. So general maintenance like replacing thermal paste, possibly blowing out any dust from the fan, and just general cleanup of inside the tower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing this in FOV. So I'm going to have a camera on my head showing you the inside of the Dell PowerEdge server. And if I just go through a few of the specs, and let me just close some of these down, and I'll so summary. Basically, I've got 128 gig RAM in the server, and it's got CPU wise, it's got two as I remember it, two Xeon processors. I'm not too sure which ones they are. I'm just going to pause there for 2 seconds. I'm going to find out which processors they are so I can tell you what specs it's got completely. Okay, so guys, so I found the eBay listing, and what I got was 128 gig, two 10 core. So the processor was an E5 2680 with 10 cores, each 40 threads. Memory was 128 gig ECC memory. Drive CADIS was 4 times 3 terabytes. So the server takes 8 in total. So I purchased from them an extra 4 drives, and I purchased the CADIS as well because the CADIS didn't come with it. So the 4 CADIS didn't come with it, so it's only four CADIS that came with it, and they're all SAS drives, so they're server drives. As regards for the RAID, a friend helped me flash the firmware so it ignores the RAID control. So if I just go on to a blank page and I go to the Dell server in question, which is here, let's have a look. I thought I'd give you a little sort of like overview of what the server's got. Get remote access, and it's part of a license as such. So it's part of the enterprise license there. So I'm going to blank some of this stuff out here, because obviously it's got MAC address and stuff like that. I don't want you finding out anything. So this is the thingy. So under hardware, it's going to show you very little because the RAID controller is being ignored. Like I said, a friend helped me flash the firmware for the RAID controller because the backplate didn't support some of the drives the way that we would configure it within Proxmox as such. Let's have a look. So if I go to server, I'll just go to hardware. So what I'm going to be doing today, I'm just going to go flick through the pages. I'll blank out anything that's on here. Like I said, configuration wise, a lot of this is like redundant. I can do things with it, like shut the server down. I can sort of like go into the remote console, so I can basically open the remote console here like this, and it will load up in a few seconds. Not secure, so it doesn't seem to like that. Let me just go on to it on Firefox. What I'll do is I'll blank over a little bit of this because it's obviously taking too long for you to gain access. So let me just go into my control panel. I'll go into my drive. It's safe, it's local, so I'm just gonna enter my warden password. So as you can see, I'm logging back into it again, although I've logged into it on that. It's a bit temperamental with accessing that via Engie. So this should flash up. I should close it, and there you go. So PVE1. Oh, PV. So it tells me the server location where I need to go to access Proxmox. Like I said, this is pretty redundant unless I need to enter some command from this terminal. So I'm going to close all this down. So what I need to do first of all is, before I do any maintenance on the server. So I'm going to get rid of Oprah. But that's the full specs of the server. I'm going to close that down because I don't need that now. I'm going to basically need to shut down the server and shut all these processes down, which I'm running. My Plex server, a file server, which runs all the files in Plex. I've got Nginx Proxy Manager, the dashboard that I just showed you. I've got Vault Warden, AMP, which is a game server application. I've got Home Assistant, which I've just recently installed, which I plan on sort of like control the lights, because I've got interactive lights. If I can find the actual thing, I'm running TeamSpeak server. I'm not running very much on this. I've got an Arc server and a Satisfactory server that I can just start up at any time I want to. But these AMP will run that as well. If you want me to go into detail of some of these other applications, I can do. Just leave a comment in the description down below, and I will basically respond back to you. And I'll possibly make a video later on regarding that sort of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to shutdown, and it says, are you sure you want to shut down? I'm going to click yeah. Okay, so now what you will see if I load this bottom panel here, it's starting to shut down all these processes. In a few moments, my server will shut down. So what I'm intending on doing is leaving the server for about 30 minutes for it to cool down a little bit, because it gets pretty warm in there. It's been on for quite a number of days, so yeah, it's going to be pretty warm. I don't remember how long it has actually been on for. Oh, 65 days. So there you go. It's not been rebooted in 65 days. Should probably do it once a week or so to clear any cache out, memory wise, or anything like that. There it goes. So the server is actually fully shut down now, although this is whirring connection error, so it's going to do that constantly now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically leave the server for about 30 minutes. It'll be instant for you, but I will come back with the server open, and I'm going to be applying thermal paste in the server. So stay tuned for that, and I'll be back in a moment.
Okay guys, so it's been approximately about 20-30 minutes or so. So what I'm going to do start off with is I'm going to basically take this out first, remove that, which will reveal the CPUs there. I'll put this just down here for now. It's in a bit of a mess. I'm actually looking on getting some shelving units to declutter a little bit from down here, and I have got some cable ties, but as you can see, I'm not making very good use of them. So what I need to do is I need to basically look at maintenance, which is part of this. So I'm going to release these block fans to see how they look. They're a bit dusty, so I'll probably be blowing those out in a few moments. So right, so I need to basically so as you can see, all the wires are intricate. I've got an SSD in the front bay here where the CD would normally go. That's what's going around here and plugging in somewhere around the back here. As you can see, all the memory, it's got a few blank slots that I could fill with more ECC memory. Let's get into replacing the thermal paste, shall we? Okay, so I will edit anything out that's not relevant to me doing this. Okay, so that's that done. I've got a little tool set here that I purchased recently. If you want to see the video of that, I'll link it in the top corner for you to watch. It's a different head, so I need to change the head on this. Let's go for one of these ones over here. That's fine. So I've got two screws that I need to undo. So I've had this approximately about 2 years. I haven't been in it very much since I set it up. But there's the CPU fan. To put these on my desk over here for a moment, because I'm going to need to clean the paste off with both of these. One thing I probably should do is probably get a static strap on, which I've got over there. So I'll just do that now, because I don't want to be shocking my server into oblivion. To pin this onto here. Okay, so I have got mainly most of that. Those are. So this toolkit is very handy. think it went up from £12 some odd to about 15 quid, so it's still pretty reasonable, although it was on discount. So as you can see, it's got quite a bit of dried thermal paste there. I never really checked the thermal paste when I purchased it. I probably should have. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically go and get some sort of cloth that I can use just to wipe the thermal paste off. So I'm back at my chair now, guys. I'm going to basically start by cleaning the coolers down, the heat spreaders. So I'm going to push all this back. Excuse all the mess on the desk and the writing stuff. But yeah, let's get this sorted. So I'm using isopropyl alcohol, 99.9%, with a bit of kitchen roll. Kitchen roll is fine for this. Never really had any issues with using kitchen roll to clean CPU paste. There we go. I'm going to try and not spill the isopropyl alcohol all over the place. The one done. I can't actually see what is going on the camera. Probably should put the lid back on this isopropyl alcohol because it gets down here. Okay, so that's the coolers done. Probably could do with a bit more of a clean on those. So let's place them here. As you can see, it's pretty dirty. Ooh. I don't like the smell of isopropyl alcohol. It's potent. I definitely do not want to get in that cut. Got a little cut on my finger. There we go. As you can see, it's coming off nicely. Okay, now I'm going to basically take myself with the isopropyl alcohol over to the server. Dab a little bit more on here. I really don't like the smell of this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to restart it myself back up because it's still in the main, so it's still earthed. Okay, so I'm nearly done with wiping down these CPUs, cleaning them. Right, so that's those clean. They're cleanish. They don't have to be spot perfect. Okay, so those are clean. I'm just gonna zoom in on those so you can see what they are. The writing has wore off quite a bit. So what I'm going to do now off camera is I'm going to basically take these fans, the fan spread, and I'm going to basically take it and give it a good spray out. I'll be back in a moment once I've done that to put the thermal paste on. So I've sprayed the fans out and the heat sinks, so I'm just going to basically place some MX4 thermal compound on here. So I'll put a bit of a dollop there and a bit of a dollop there. Probably a little bit too much, but I'm going to be spreading this out using one of these, which is a spreader. Let's start this off. If I need any more, I'll just go and grab some more. The spreading method is quite popular to use to do. I mean, I redid my computer quite recently, and I did it exactly the same way. Try not to get it in the on the motherboard though. So I'll add a little bit more compound. Take the lid off first. Probably very little bit more. As you can see, I've still got quite a bit of this left. You don't use very much of it when you're doing this. These old PowerEdge servers are quite reliable. My recommendations is, I'm not sponsored in any way, but if you want to get one of these, look at a company on eBay called Bargain Hardware, based in the UK. So I don't think they'd ship to US, but they might do. They're quite a big company. Obviously, I think shipping would be a little bit more costly. But they have 12 months return to base on all their product server lines. They've got many like tower servers they sell. I noticed I didn't put my wrist strap back on. I meant to do that, but naughty nutter. Just put a little bit more thermal paste on. mean, it will spread out as I put the things back on. The heat sinks. I keep using the word thingies quite a lot. Can't tell how many times I said thingy. Okay, so there's quite a bit still on this spatula. Right, so there we go. I've placed enough thermal paste throughout the CPU. So you can add on these servers, got slots for PCI, so you can add a video card to these servers. There we go. That's going to be good enough. So what I'm going to do now is get the coolers back. I'll do one at a time. Pretty sure that's the way it went. These keep coming out of here. Like I said, this tool set is pretty good tool set. I can't remember if these was the right way around. We're probably soon going to find out. Yeah, they look about right, because this is the way the heat ventilation separators go. I'm going to speed this a little bit up. Okay, so that's the heat sinks back on. Put that back in there so I don't lose it. I'm always losing pieces to these sets, but all this set is magnetic as well, so it's all the pieces in it are stuck in. I'm just going to decouple myself for a second. You see which way the airflow goes? That's the way the fans lie in. It can be a bit fiddly sometimes, the way they go back in. Take this one back out a sec. Sometimes I do swear at these things a little bit. These wires lift up a little bit. So you see it goes all into these sockets here. Might help if I move that back slightly. Hold on, that wasn't down properly. There we go. That's in. And then all I need to do is put this back on, preferably the correct way. So that goes there like that, and that's locked into place. Okay, so the moment of truth, I need to switch these switches back on. Don't think I've forgot anything. Lid goes on like that, and then slots in. I'm just going to get the screwdriver attachment end and turn that to lock it. So that's locked in place. So now when I press this button, I'm going to go back onto my server page first of all. What I'll do is I'll go onto there. Okay, so what I have to do now, I've got loads of things on the floor that I don't really want to be on the floor. Right, so I've got a power button here. So once I press this, so when you look for the company, guys, that's the company there. It's called Bargain Hardware. Really quite good company. They will cater to what you want in the way of a server. They got massive high-spec servers to medium sort of range servers like this, but this is quite a nifty server. So I'm going to push this back a little bit because I did slide it forward. So that's now booting up. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to go off of this screen here, off the camera, and I'm going to go back to the PC. I'll see you in a few moments. So as you can see, it's currently booting. Let me just refresh this interface to see if it's stuck in a loop. Ah, there we go. It's back now. What I'm going to do is I'm on Chrome. Yeah, I'll go into Opera and I'll go into my control panel. I won't be able to go into the control panel, will I? Let me just copy the IP address and then paste it into Opera. Okay, so it should automatically log into Proxmox. Well, it should automatically bring Proxmox up and boot into it. It takes a few moments, so yeah, enough time for a quick drink. Okay, so that's the processor there. You put 8 GHz processor, 8 times speed. So yeah. It's initializing firmware updates, interface, blah 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 blah, but it's not going to do anything here because it's all disabled. Yeah, we're going to boot into Proxmox VE. I'm not upgraded yet to version 8. I'm yet to do that. If you'd like to see me do that and balls it up completely, comment down below.
I'm just going to speed this up. I'm going to speed this up about 4 times. It's not too long. Like I said, this does take a few moments to complete. So there you go. That tells me now that welcome to Proxmox. Proxmox is ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over to Chrome, open a new tab, go straight to Proxmox. I need to log into this. Up if I enter the right password. Let's see the keyboard. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to move that over to the other screen. I think I just stuffed it up a little bit, logging in. I'll just blank this bit out. I'll paste the code in there. I'll blank that out. So there we go. Proxmox is back up and running. The items that it was there are back there, and everything's working fine. So, and if I go back to summary, go back to PVE, data center, PVE, summary, you can see it's only just started up. So it will be running low CPU now. I've got no temperatures for you, unfortunately. It doesn't really tell me the temperatures on this specific page, I don't think, somewhere. System, maybe? Yeah, it doesn't tell me any kind of like temperatures running, but I assure you it's never really got very, very hot, and it's not noisy at all. But in the meantime, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video, please help me out and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Like if you liked the video, guys, and dislike if you didn't like the video. But in the meantime, that's it for this video today, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, bye for now.